everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shayla. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I have a tutorial for y'all. It's basically just taking some puzzle pieces, which I have right here, and turning them into some cute embellishments. You could definitely use these as a cover piece, or maybe for a journal page. They are a little thick, so these are thick embellishments, especially if you kind of build them up like I did. But they're still really fun to make. So this is the first one here. I'll just kind of briefly show you. I do cover them, and then I add a little eyelet here. Excuse me. So that way I could add some cute little dangly charms. That's a stamp. This is actually a vintage yearbook photo that I cut out of a yearbook. And then I just put a little butterfly charm. And then I just kind of added some cute little embellishments and layered them. And then the back I just left as is. So the back doesn't look super pretty. I definitely had some issues gluing this thing back here, but I wanted it to show. It's definitely probably a piece you want to glue down, so don't worry about the back too much. So that's the first one. This one is uncovered. I just wanted to show y'all an uncovered, and this is actually a sewing pattern, the cover of one. So you could use a sewing pattern like the back of it as a good background. And then there's that. And this is another one I made. I did an eyelet at the top, kind of playing into a tag look. And this is actually just 12 by 12 scrapbook paper cut down. And then I just literally broke off pieces of text and glued them kind of haphazardly all around. And then I just added some cute little embellishments here. We have a little clock peeking out. That's why I did the 5 o'clock right there. Super cute. Excuse me, y'all. And then this one is super cute. I do like it. At first I was a little, it wasn't my favorite, but then I started adding to it. And now I really like it. This is actually from the bags that you get like potatoes and onions in. It comes in this like plastic bag. I saved that and I use that as texture. And then this is just some vintage lace. We have like part of a recipe here, and again just an eyelet at the top, and I actually have a tiny puzzle piece that I punched a hole through, so that can kind of sit like that, and it's super cute. And then the last one I made here is again the sewing pattern. This one was just like a fun one, and then I just kind of put the eyelet wherever, and I had some cute trim that I just put through that. Added some details, not too much, and that was it for that one. So let's go ahead and make some of our own. You'll definitely need some bigger puzzle pieces. I just got a random box from my thrift store. I guess it was originally like from Tuesday morning or something. I don't even know if all the pieces are here, but I don't care about that. One thing when you are picking your puzzle pieces though, you want to make sure, or to make it easy on yourself for the sanding process, I like to have one edge that's straight, just because it's a little less work I have to do. So you'll see the pieces I selected, and it's just less curves that you kind of have to sand down, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. I just like this one because it looks so funky. And then I picked two kind of more plain ones. Okay. I'll show you some examples. So these, as fun as they are, you're going to be doing more work because of all the grooves and things. So I try and stay away from pieces that have a ton of grooves in them. I could definitely use them for a different project, but for this project, I find that having at least one straight edge will streamline your process a little bit. So with that being said, picking your papers to cover your puzzle pieces, I thought we could work with some different ones today. So I did use scrapbook paper. Scrapbook paper works great. If that's what you have, go for it. I will say if it's thick, or even just like a normal paper that is not slightly brittle or older, it does take a little bit of effort in sanding the paper. So that way you can get it right along the edge here. And you'll see, I don't know if you can see this, that my puzzle piece is ever so slightly warped because I had to sand really hard in the grooves here, and it kind of started I guess, like sanding the puzzle piece essentially. So just be careful with that. And so that's why I recommend using lighter papers. Towards the end, I started using these sewing pattern, like the covers, the sewing pattern covers, and that seemed to work great because it is a thinner paper. So I did pull, I guess this was a history book at one point, just a book page, that I thought, you know, it's kind of like older, it's a little more brittle. I think this will work well to cover a puzzle piece. And then I also pulled some things I have not worked with yet, so we'll see if it works. This is just a napkin, a little country napkin there. And then this is actually wrapping paper. So we'll see how wrapping paper fares. You could also use an actual sewing pattern. You could use tissue paper. Just trying to think of like some lighter style papers, basically. That's the name of the game. But again, use whatever you can. And at first, I started... Let me see, which one is it? Okay, so here's one. See how this is on the back, whereas this one has the actual design on the back. I found that using the design on the back keeps the piece more stable when you're sanding. And it adheres better, the paper does, to this side. So I would recommend keeping this side blank and then putting your covered paper on here. So let's go ahead. Okay, we'll try... Here, we'll just do the paper first. And this one's really great, like for vintagey, like if you're looking to do like a Tim Holtz inspired like puzzle piece or something, just because it's like, you know, old text. So all I'm going to do is just kind of take my pencil here so I know like where I need to cut. And then I'm just going to kind of make some lines. I want most of the text in there. Okay, and so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors here and just kind of loosely cut here. Okay, so that way I know like it'll cover my puzzle piece. Okay, and so now I'm going to take my glue. I'm like, did I really not cut that appropriately? That is so funny. Okay, let's try a different one. Let's see. They're all gonna be okay, one moment. Okay, and we're back. So okay, I cut a little too much off. I'm sure y'all just saw that. That's fine. This is actually from a Nancy Drew book. I just grabbed another sheet. So I don't trust myself now. So now we're gonna do it this way, which is pretty easy. Okay, and I'm just cutting it down so that way there's not so much surface area for like gluing and stuff. And let's go ahead and get the glue here. And I'm using Fabri-Tac. There's Fabrifix, Fabri-Tac. They're both very similar. And we're going to be gluing on this side. So I'm just going to put glue all down on here. Don't be shy. Get it nice and glued, because remember, we're going to sand the edges, so any edges that are not fully glued down might peel up and might end up coming off. That did happen to one of my puzzle pieces. So okay, so we have that. So now I am just going to plop it down. I don't really care which part of the text, I guess, is on there. I just want it to fully adhere. All right, so we have one glued down, and we're gonna do all three. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue the other ones as well. So let's grab our next piece. And I guess for the napkin, we'll have to unfold it and separate it. I don't know if there's a trick to that. I don't work with napkins a lot. Okay, it looks like it's just coming apart. Usually there's like the cover sheet, I guess, and the back sheet. So just be careful of that, because if I were to glue it down with this sheet on it, this might still peel up because it's not glued down, if that makes sense. So this you can use to wipe your glue bottle, whatever. That's probably what I'll actually use that for, so that's useful. You can also use it, you can stamp on it, collage on it, And then all I'm going to do is just cut one of these squares off because we don't need a lot. I'm sorry if y'all see the boo-boo on my thumb. I actually got myself with the cheese grater, and yeah, and now it looks like that. So it's slowly healing, but it looks a lot worse than it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick a spot here. I kind of like these yellow boots. All right, now I know where I'm gonna glue it. Again, just gonna glue here. And this is fun. I probably made about, or the ones you saw, I probably made all together in like an hour. So it's a fun little craft. I feel like this is one too, you know, or if you're not super into junk journaling, like you could do this like with your kids and make puzzle piece necklaces or something. I don't know. I've been looking at a lot of like upcycled jewelry lately. I think people are just so creative with that. But I have to remind myself one art love at a time, because if I have more than one, I would definitely outgrow my craft space. So, and I'm sure you guys can probably understand. Okay, so we have the second one glued down there. And again, I've never used napkin, so we'll see how it turns out. I mean, I've used napkin for other things, but not for this project. So there we go. Looking good so far. And let's glue down the last one. We have our handy dandy wrapping paper. Isn't this beautiful? So, so gorgeous. And I'm just going to cut out a square of it. Okay. Put that away. All right. So again, we're just going to glue this down. And then we'll start trimming and sanding. And I'm sure most like glues would work for this. Sometimes if you're using like scrapbook paper or vintage like, you know, text or something like that, you definitely want to make sure your glue is acid free, because it over time can change the color of your paper. So okay. And it'll kind of get see-through, or you'll be able to see the glue lines and stuff like that. Okay, so we glued all of those down, and we'll start with the first one. So what I'm going to do, I like to trim off as much as I can. So the things that I can trim off, I will. And I trim as much so that way when I sand, it's not that it's not that big of a like sanding process, I guess. Okay, so there we go. That looks pretty good. And you'll notice I do leave a little bit on each side. So that way when I sand, I don't sand too much. And you'll see what I mean. Okay, so we're just kind of trimming it. Nothing super fancy. And for the grooves, I don't try and get right in the groove. I clip to the end there, and then I go through the other side and then just kind of make a triangle. So there we go. You know, get close, but not too close. Get friend close, I guess, right? I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what that means. Okay, so we trimmed the first one. There it is. It's starting to look like a puzzle piece. These are little scraps here you could either play with for clusters, you know, collage masterboards, whatever. Or if you have a lot, you know, you can always make little packs and give them to your friends, your crafty friends, for them to create with. Or you can recycle them, you know, if it's paper, if it's recyclable. Okay. So this is very easy to cut, the napkin, which might be the way to go. I do want to try one with the sewing pattern. I feel like the actual sewing pattern paper, I feel like that would work really well. And I feel like this napkin technique is going to work well too. Okay, so this looks pretty good. That one's looking like a puzzle piece. Oh, look at the boots. Okay, that might be my favorite one yet. And no, not just because I'm from Texas. Maybe. Maybe because I'm from Texas. I tell you what, we have been having some weather. We haven't really had like winter, which, you know, I'm bracing for it if it comes in February. It kind of comes late for us here. But we've been having some cold, rainy days, which I actually like the rain. I don't mind it. It's just when I'm at work, I just want to be, you know, snuggled up with my pets and my hubby and just watch a good movie. We actually just finished on Disney Plus the Ahsoka series, which is like a spinoff of, you know, the Star Wars story. And man, it was so good. I won't spoil it for anyone who has not seen it, but I cannot recommend it enough. And they're going to make another season, so I'm super stoked about that. It is a very, very good show. I really liked it. Okay, and see, these are such pretty scraps. How could you throw those away? Keep them, keep them. I always have, so I recently started keeping this little bowl. It's just like a small, I don't know. It's actually a to-go bowl, but I never use it. Mostly because I need to reheat things, and I don't, you know, this is, I think, metal, which you don't reheat. But I started keeping little whatnots in here for me to use. And I don't just have this. I have a box as well, just right up here, which you can't see, but it's within arm's reach, and I love it. Look at the cats. I love anything cats, and I have more of that. So always have little stashes so you can just pull from and create. That's so much fun. Okay, so we cut those. Here we go, doing pretty good. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And so now there's some options when it comes to sanding. So you can use a nail file. I have a very worn nail file. And yes, this is for crafting. My nails are not claws. I promise. And then I have a metal nail file. This one's more fancy. But you can get these relatively cheaply. I got this at TJ Maxx. It was like a pack of 3 for like $2.99. So I have 2 of them right here. But I use these for crafting. So they're like mini sanders. But I also have a sanding like buffing tool, which I find is a little too big for this project. This one's definitely loved. But for bigger projects, it works. And I actually recently got, where did I put it? Okay, one moment. Okay, it was hiding on my desk. But I got some sandpaper. So I'll try this out too. I'm just going to actually cut off a little piece. Hopefully this doesn't ruin my scissors. I don't think so, right? They still feel good. So we'll try this. I haven't tried it. I will say these work pretty well for like the grooves and things. So you'll probably see me use that for this. But we're going to try the sandpaper. Okay, and so all I do when I'm sanding is I like to make sure that, let's see, how would I, maybe we'll go like that. Ooh, look at that. See how it's forming like a little line right there? That's what we want. But we don't want to sand too much, because if we do, we might start warping our puzzle piece, and that's definitely not the goal. So once you create a good enough sand spot, it'll kind of start breaking off. Okay, you saw that? See how it's just peeling off there? And if you don't have sandpaper, you know, maybe if you have someone in your life who likes tools and building things, I don't know. You can find this like at Walmart or wherever. You don't have to borrow it, but maybe, you know, like if you're in a pinch, maybe your neighbor has some. I don't know. And see here, see how like I sanded it a little too, I got a little too sand happy, and there, that's what happens. It starts eating your puzzle piece. But I find that it eats it less when it's on this coated side versus the uncoated. But look at that edge. Isn't that cool? So we're going to do that for the whole thing. And I'll sand one with you, and then I'll sand the other two off camera. So we can move right along and get to decorating. And I recommend a motion. Don't go up and down, because if you go up and down, you might pull this upwards and just end up sanding your puzzle piece. If you go just down, you're kind of creating like an edge, basically. It's a lot more efficient. So there we go. Oh, I'm so sorry. A lot more efficient. And it just breaks off. And we have the second piece. And you see how I had two sides that were straight? It makes it a lot easier, because you'll see once we get to the grooves, it takes a little more time. So here we go. Okay. And I'm going to try a groove with this and see how it goes. Sorry if I'm making y'all sick. I'm not trying to. Okay, so not too bad there. Start to see it forming. Isn't that exciting? So now we have this little piece right here. Let's see how well this works, because I haven't used the paper, and I can tell you if this is the way to go. I mean, use what you have, of course. That's the name of the game, I feel like, with junk journaling. But here, and I'm gonna zoom you out just a smidge. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I have my mic like to the side here, but and I'm just being gentle, just gentle downward motion. Okay, trying to peel off there, and you will have little shavings, so make sure you're doing it on a surface that you can clean easily. Oh my gosh, my cat was under my feet and I just put my foot on her. I'm sorry. She let me know though. She swatted me. She is not shy. All right, keep on going here. And I guess if you have like a really favorite nail file, maybe don't use it for this. If you want to keep using it for your fingers. Because it does take, you know, it takes a lot of work, but look at that. Isn't that so neat? Okay, so we're keeping on here. Oh, it's okay. In worst case, you know, you can always cover it too, so. All right. I have to say, I think I like the paper the most. It seems to work the best. Okay. And like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but hopefully this is ASMR for somebody. I hope. I'm sorry if I keep getting weird with the camera angle. I'm just trying to also see what I'm doing. So there we go. We're almost there. We're just and I do have a lot of puzzle pieces left over, so if y'all have any additional puzzle piece crafts, let me know in the comments. Or I don't know, can you put video links in the comments if you see a cool video? I don't know. Well, if you do, and you can definitely do that. I watch YouTube too. I don't just make videos. I love to watch YouTube. It's so funny. I don't have like social media or anything. This is the only thing I do. even remotely social media, but man, I love to watch some YouTube. Okay, that last little piece is a booger. There we go. All right, look at that. One done. So you do see it takes just a little bit of time. So I'm going to do the other ones off camera and then we will jump back in. Okay, and I'm back. So this is the mess. There is a lot of dust here. We're just going to scoot that over to the side. Okay, and I'll take care of that in a minute. So, I went ahead and I did all of the pieces, and I have to say the easiest one was not the napkin, even though that was a very close second. It was actually the old book page. So, who knew? Definitely this one took the longest, which is the one I did on camera, so go figure. But, no worries. So now we have these, we can decorate them. And just taking some inspiration here. Honestly, it's just layering. There's no real trick to it or anything of that nature. So we're just going to go for it. Okay. We'll start with the book page. So first thing, definitely we can ink it up. I am going to be using the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo by Tim Holtz, Ranger Inks. Just get my dauber, and then I'm just going to go around the edges, and this is just going to give it that nice little worn look. Perfect. All right. And again, and sometimes it's a little hard to get in the crease. I just do my best, you know. It's okay if it's a little bit on one side more than the other. I'm just trying to grunge it up a little bit. Perfect. Look at that. It immediately already has some depth to it, which I really like. I could do that with the others, but it's not going to show up as well. Like, this one might, but the napkin I don't really anticipate. But you can use this just to cover up those white edges. Which is kind of what I'm using it as. There we go. Just like that. And the other one I will just leave alone. And this was the example. Okay, so you can kind of start embellishing it, or you can see where you would like to put your eyelet. So I kind of just like to, you know, figure out where that's going to be. And I think I want my puzzle piece to go like that, and I'll do an eyelet right here. So we can go ahead and do that. And I am actually going to use, let me grab it, my Crocodile. It is my Crocodile, what is it called? We Are Memory Keepers. It's basically like a punch. And I usually use the bigger whole side here because my eyelets are a little bit bigger. I do have smaller eyelets, but I didn't pull those out. And I'm just going to kind of see where I want it. I'm not going to do it too far. Like, I could do it in the middle, but if I'm using bulb pens, they don't stick out too far. So I'll kind of do it maybe like right here. All right, perfect. And my cat wants out, so give me one moment. I apologize. Okay, that was a very quick transaction there. So there we go. I have my eyelet. So now I am going to, I'll wait to put that in until I decide what I'm going to put on here. I do have, so we already have some florals. So I think maybe some text or something would be nice. So let's see what we have. Let's see if there's anything we can pull from this little bowl of goodies. Look at those. Aren't those so pretty? Let's see. It's a little big. I do want to see, you know, what I was... That's kind of pretty. Oh, you can't see. That's kind of pretty. maybe we can use that. There's some little, what does this say? Chaos, panic, disorder. My work here is done. I love that. Oh, we have a cute little orange button. That's fun. I have these little curly things. And I actually got a lot of this from a seller on Whatnot. She makes little, like, it was like a little, it's called Junkfetti. And it's a tin. And I just literally poured that tin in here. And it has a bunch of little, like, things in it. Like, look at this tiny little bottle. I don't know what I'll use that for, but who doesn't need that, right? Oh my gosh, it's a fish. I really like the fish. We'll use the fish in something. There's some flowers in here. Just little bits and bobs. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. Okay. Maybe we'll... just looking for some things. A lot of these things are really 3D, so maybe that one will go better with that. Okay. We didn't find anything there. That is okay. So this is that paper that I cut too weirdly. But what I can do is just tear a piece, and that can be the first part. And we'll go ahead and ink that up too, just for some interest. This is the part that takes me so long because there's so many things that I want to do. And, you know, it takes me a while to figure out exactly how I want it to look. And sometimes you just gotta let your mind be free and just start gluing stuff down. So that's what I'm gonna try and do here. Okay, so we glued that down. I do want like a little something. I'm gonna pull out some of my Tim Holtz things. Tim Holtz is great. I have some, this pack, it is the, it's like a images one. Oh, the botanical layers. So there's like florals and little butterflies and things. Maybe, ooh, look at that one. Come to me. I might use you. Okay. I love this little butterfly. Okay, so we'll put the butterfly there for sure. I feel like it needs one extra thing, whether it's like a label or maybe a stamp, like a postage stamp. So let's see. Let's see what we have. Now I could do something like that, which does not look bad, but I think it needs a layering element, like maybe this. This is that stuff I was telling you about that like comes, you know, when you get your bag of onions or your bag of potatoes at the store, it comes in this stuff. Save it. This stuff is probably not that great for the landfill anyways, so we can use it in our collage. And I'm just cutting a little random piece off, and look at that. It just adds a little more interest, I think. We could do the butterfly there, and then I feel like I need something else. I'm gonna grab this, ooh, reaching here, cheesecloth. This you can find at your grocery store. And it's very similar, but it is cloth. It's not plastic, which is that other piece. But it frays super easily, which is awesome. And then maybe if we put that, let's see. And I do like to arrange it before I start gluing, because once you glue it down, there's no going back. You know what I mean? All right. So that's looking kind of good, I think. I don't know if I'm sold on this thing though. So let's see what else we have. We're gonna pull out our labels bin. Ta-da! I have cigar labels in here. These are actually stickers. You can get these off of like Temu, which is just like a app website thing. They sell things very cheaply. That's kind of cute. That would be a good contrast. What do we think? I like that a lot better. Okay, so let's go with that. So we're going to go ahead and glue that guy down. All right. I'm not going to put a lot of glue because it might leak through. Okay, and then let's go ahead and glue this one down. Again, just very, very light with the glue. Okay, and I'm okay with it hanging off of the puzzle piece as well. Okay, where's our butterfly? Let's ink up our butterfly. Perfect, just like that. And we'll probably put our butterfly right there. And then this little add thing can either go there, it could go like that. Maybe we'd use a circle one. I have this. No, that's a little too much. That's okay. What else do we have? Whoa, that's a big one. I don't need that big. It's this one. Oh, that's way too big. All right. And I could just use like a little word or something. I kind of like that because it ties in with the purple. So let's do that. All right. And I'm just gonna throw it down there. Perfect. And I could have inked that, but that's okay. I kind of like the contrast. And now we're going to glue our little butterfly down. Can never go wrong with florals and butterflies. They always look cute. And maybe we glue it down like that. Isn't that adorable? I feel like it needs a little bling. I am a blingy girl after all. I do have a purple little heart here. Let's see how that looks. I could do it like right here maybe, or right here maybe. Or what if we just put it in the corner? I don't know, I kind of like it in the corner. Okay. We're just gonna plop some glue down. Ah. Beautiful. Okay, and now it's time for us to add, look at that. Isn't that so cute? It's time for us to add our little eyelet here, and I think I'm gonna do silver. I feel like that would look good. So there's an eyelet. And the crocodile tool, what's great about it is it sets your eyelets as well. It's both a punch and an eyelet setter. So we take our eyelet, put it through here, and then all we're gonna do is take this little piece right here, and you wanna make sure obviously it's in the right setting, and just clamp down. Make sure it's clamped on both sides, and it is. So there we go. And then now we can add a what's called a bulb pen or a gourd pen. I'll show you. Look at all my pens. So this is, I have a silver one, but you could definitely use, you know, a different color. And they just look so cute. Let me show you. So yeah, then you would just put this in here. Snap it shut, and there you go. You instantly have a little dangly, which you can add charms to, whatever. Maybe let's add a little postage stamp like I did the other one. Here we go. I have an old, I'm guessing Italian stamp, and I'm just gonna, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna poke a hole through it. And I want to kind of poke it at the top so that way it can dangle without catching. Just like that. We could also add, I have like small, those might be too big. I have some like playing cards, and they're small, but I think they're too big. I do have these. So maybe we can take one of these and see if we can put a little word on it or something. Let's see if there's any tiny words. Do I have any tiny words? I don't know if I have any that small. Give me 1 second. Okay, and I'm back. I did not have tiny words, but I pulled out my tiny stamps little container here. So let's see if we can do a little stamp on here of something. Oh, we could just do a little heart. Let's do a little heart. Okay. And I'm going to get my black soot, distress oxide. It's just black. Looks like it needs to maybe be re-inked a little. So there's still a little juice. Okay. Now I'm just going to do a little stamp. Hope for the best. Oh, look at it. Okay, you didn't see it. I'm so sorry. But there you go. A little cute tiny stamp. And then if I wanted to take it one step further, I could do some sort of little trim or something. Maybe at the bottom. We could do like some tiny little trim. Okay. This is just some sari silk. And I know we're getting really tiny right now, but it just adds a little something. There we go. And you could even, if you wanted to, ink up the edges a little bit. There we go. And now, so let's take this off. You want to layer it from shortest to tallest, or shortest to longest. So there's that. And then we're going to go back through this one. And we have a cute little dangly. And then we're just going to go through this. Wait. Let's do it this way. So it'll be easier. Sorry, I had to see. I can't see. Okay. And then we'll put that through here. Close it up. Perfect. And now we have a dangly. Isn't that adorable? So very cute. Okay, let's decorate our other ones here. Let's see. Where did they go? We'll do this one next. I really like the shape of this one. I think it's super cool. In this one we can do an eyelet at the top. And you don't have to have an eyelet either, by the way. I just like to figure out if I'm going to have one, where it's going to be, so that way I don't cover it. And I have this little fish button I really like. So maybe we can somehow use that. Okay. And let's see. I'm just looking here, seeing what I can throw on here. I have some, these are like washi stickers, which we can try one of these out. Let me pick maybe one that has good contrast or something. What's this one? Oh, I kind of like that one. Okay, we'll go for that one. And the washi tape stickers are nice because they're kind of see-through. So you'll still be able to kind of see the text through the sticker. Perfect. I'm just going to smack it down. There we go. And it kind of looks like I layered it with like tissue paper or something. Very, very neat. All right, so now we have that. Let's get maybe some sort of creature or something. No. I also have some 3D things as well. Like I have a cute little flower. Could do that. It's interesting. I know, I really liked the fish, but I don't think it's going to work out today. So that's okay. And then we could like tuck something in there and it could just be kind of simple. I don't know. I kind of like that. Let it breathe, you know? Okay, let's do that. I will be inking this up though. I hope you guys are making something with me today. That's the fun part. And then let's see. Let's see if we have any like, I don't know. Something cute. We could maybe like do something like that and then out there. Or maybe like here. And then put that there. I kind of like that. It's different. Okay, let's go for that. So this is going to hang right about there. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. Okay, and then let's glue this guy down, which will go right here. I'm just going to do like a little strip of glue. Okay. Perfect. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess here. Awesome. So there we go. We got that. And then we're going to add this cute little flower, like right there, which I think is adorable. Okay. And it has these little things on it. So super cute. Awesome. And then now I'm just going to find some trim so we can put that on the top. So one moment. Okay, I'm back and you can see I added some cute trim that I found that I felt kind of complemented the colors here. And so that's just a cute, simple one. You know, you don't need to add too much. I could add a little word here if I really wanted to. But sometimes it's just nice to leave them plain so you can use them for any time. So there's that one. So we made 2 so far. Oh, and that one I actually didn't put the eyelet in, so I can go back and do that later. It looks kind of cute, all rustic. So we have those 2, and then we have one more left, which this one will be fun to play with. Probably be a little more funky, which I'm here for it. So I kind of want to keep as much of the boot as I can. And again, you don't have to add to every single one like this one. I did not add. Oh wait, just kidding, I did. Oh no, I added it to all of them. Okay, well let's add it to all of them. But you don't have to. That was my point that I very poorly just made. So I'm going to add this one at the bottom. Perfect. Literally, that almost hit me in the eye. That's okay. Who needs to see, right? And I have my heart set on this red burlap, so we're going to use that somehow. Maybe we'll do it right here, and we'll add a little word. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's grab our words. I have a lot of words in here, big ones, small ones, quotes, all that great stuff. I'm just going to kind of set this here while I look through. See if there's anything that might fit there. Persist, be true to you. That's kind of cute. I do like that one. I do have tiny words as well. And the rest will fall into place. Isn't that so amazing? I love that. Prove them wrong. Gypsy soul. That'd kind of be fun because it's like, you know, country. Here and now. I like that. Look, it's a little whale. It says choose happiness. The earth laughs and flowers. I actually have that in my bathroom. It's like one of those little wall plaques. Because I think boo-hoo. So I think that's super cute. Travel. That's kind of cute. Kindness is contagious. I like that one. Let's do that. All right. So we'll put that here. And I'm going to ink it up. Well, I hope y'all make some puzzle pieces. And if you do, leave a comment. Let me know you made one and how it turned out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down just because I'm pretty set on that being there, and then we'll work on the rest. And since I just cut the burlap, it will start fraying like this piece, which I'm okay with. But I'm going to try and get the other pieces for the most part glued down. So that way I don't have to deal with it continuously fraying. But I'm okay with a little fray. It kind of makes it fun. Alright, so now we're going to glue this down. Okay. This will help keep it. Kindness is contagious. It's so true. It's so easy to be kind to people, y'all. Not saying that you're not, but I know there's some people out there. Some people, right? Am I right? So let me put the words back. And sorry for the reach. So now we have this, which it's not quite done. So let's see what else we can throw on there. I do have a wooden nickel. I feel like that's a little too big. We could do a little paper person maybe. If I can find a small one. I know, I'm just like, they're like small but not small. I mean, they could just go right there. And we could put something there. Let's see. What else do we have? We could do like a little playing card. Those are mini playing cards. Maybe it's a little big. We could cut it. Let's just see. Worst case, it goes in the scrap pile, you know? And then I'm not a fan. Okay, that's okay. We'll keep on going. Keep on trucking. That is all right. I don't get worried about that at all. Maybe we could do either a postage stamp. I also have tickets. Let's see. Maybe a red ticket. Let me grab my tickets here. These I got off of Etsy. I don't remember who sold them. I'm so sorry. But Etsy, you can find some sellers that sell things for junk journaling or mixed media type things. Okay. Now if I get it right, it'll look good. Like we could do it like that, maybe. And then I just feel like it needs something. Let's see. What is that something? We could do a blank label. I have these red ones. I know it's a lot of red, but could do something like that. I don't know. Maybe the people are not where it's at. But I do like the ticket. Could do like a... What if we did... Ooh, that's so cute. Okay. I do like it. It's a little hodgepodge, but I like it. And then where was that one little piece? Oh, yes. That's fun. It's different. It's fun though. Okay. And I'm going to ink this up too because it's just a little too bright for me. Heck, you could even just kind of daub it all over, you know? There we go. So it's kind of inked up there. Fabulous. Okay, and we said we were going to do it like that, right? Which looks good to me. Okay. Oh, got some glue on my finger. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I'll start with this little piece. I guess I'll just glue the edges. Put that there. That's so fun. What a fun little piece. Okay. And let's glue this one down. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry if this is like a weird camera angle. I just wanted you to see it. See everything I'm doing. Alright. Gluing that down at the edge there. And then taking the ticket. Putting it like right about there, I think. All right. Just kind of get it where I want it. And then if I really was feeling it, I could definitely put like a little word or something, you know, somewhere. But I'm going to leave it for now. We're going to go ahead and put an eyelet in this one. And I'm feeling this little like brown coppery color. So we'll do that one. Put that through there. And then I'm just going to again take my little setter thing here, clamp down. Perfect. Look at that. So cute. Let's get another bulb pen. And maybe what we can do to continue, so we'll take some of this. I'm going to take, oh, okay. Those really want to be used, apparently. Take one of these little ticket type things. Let me ink it a little bit. Okay. Maybe we'll get, let's see if I have a charm handy. I usually keep my jewelry stuff in a separate spot. Sometimes I have cool things. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So it'll go, okay. So let's go here and then here. And then I gotta poke it through, sorry. I'm trying to see and also show you. There we go. Perfect. And this is actually a metal bookmark, like bookmark holder thing. So then we'll go through here. And see how like I kind of put it a little bit farther away from the edge and I have to stretch it a little. As long as you can get it through, it should be fine, but then let's go ahead and close it. We'll kind of maneuver it back over here, hopefully. Oh wait, I'm doing it the wrong way, that's why. Right? Or no? What are we getting stuck on? Sorry, you're seeing me fiddle with it. There we go. Okay. It's because it was so far. That's why. So there we go. We have a cute little one. Arguably, that might be my favorite just because it's so different. So let's go ahead and line them up so we can see what all we made. And we'll line up the others as well. So here we go. So that was the example one. Okay. And then here were some of the other ones we made, of course. All right. And then now we made this one. Very, very cool. Arguably my favorite, so let's put that one in the middle there. And then we made, let's move that one out of the way. We made this one. Very nice and just simple. That could go with any sort of journal. And then we made a cute little purple one. Very, very adorable. So that is it for today. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys make some wonderful things and you get some inspiration. If you like this video, please like it so I know that you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I do haul videos and junk journal tutorials. So it's always fun, paper crafty type of things here. So if you're into that, definitely hit that subscribe button. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a great day. Remember to always let loose, have fun, and stay crafty. Until the next one. Bye, guys.